Good evening. Tonight, it's 47 News at 11, a new development in the search for the Maryland sniper. Police have received a note from the sniper warning parents. CBS 47 will continue to bring you the details as this story continues to unfold. And a dream for one of your neighbors with a life-threatening illness is about to come true. We'll show you how and who is making her dream a reality. Also, Jeb Bush and Bill McBride facing off in their final gubernatorial debate. We'll tell you where they stand on the issues that you care about most. Those stories and more tonight on CBS 47 News at 11.
Tonight, Dave welcomes the one and only Bruce Springsteen, plus the CBS mailbag and bitch trip to St. Louis. Tonight, first your local news. Chilling words tonight from a serial sniper who's been terrorizing the greater Washington, D.C. area. This time, the message takes aim at children. We have the latest. And Governor Jeb Bush goes head-to-head with Democratic challenger Bill McBride in a second gubernatorial debate. Keep it here. CBS 47 News is next.
Hello, Florida. It's your Mega Money game for Tuesday, October 22nd, 2002. I'm Bridget Odgers. Match all four numbers and the Mega Ball number, and you can win an average top prize of $200,000. Good luck, and let's play Mega Money. The first number is 25. Your second number is 3. Tonight's third number is 24. The fourth number is 17, and tonight's Mega Ball number is 18. Watch us right here tomorrow night. Your next Florida Lotto jackpot is worth an estimated $7 million. So tonight's Mega Money numbers are 25, 3, 24, 17, and the Mega Ball number is 18. Stay tuned for tonight's Fantasy 5 drawing. And remember, Florida, when you play, we all win.
Live from Jacksonville, this is CBS 47 News at 11.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm John O'Connor. Paige is off tonight. We're going to start this evening with the latest on the Beltway sniper. Twice in one day, police have tried to communicate with the shooter who was terrorizing the greater Washington, D.C. area. Today, another person was shot and killed. It was a bus driver standing beside his bus. And if tensions weren't high enough, a message threatening children causes even more anxiety today. CBS's Drew Levinson has the latest now from Rockville, Maryland.
Authorities are making another plea to the sniper to keep the lines of communication open. This comes as another person is gunned down today. The Montgomery County Police Chief continued his cryptic dialogue with the sniper, responding to an earlier request that could not be fulfilled.
We have researched the option you stated and found that it is not possible electronically to comply in the manner that you requested. However, we remain open and ready to talk to you about the options you have mentioned.
Meantime, a note apparently written by the sniper is sending chills through the Washington, D.C. area.
Your children are not safe anywhere at any time.
Sources tell CBS News the threatening postscript was part of a lengthy letter found near the scene of Saturday's sniper attack in Ashland, Virginia. Reports say the message also demanded $10 million. The sniper may be raising the stakes and the death toll. A bus driver was shot and killed Tuesday in Aspen Hill, Maryland. Conrad Johnson, a 35-year-old father of 2, was getting ready to begin his bus route. The attack happened in the same neighborhood where the shootings began on October 2nd. Tonight, the Montgomery County Police Chief urged the person believed to be the sniper to contact them again. And he said it would be important to do this without anyone else getting hurt. In Rockville, Maryland, I'm Drew Levinson. Now back to you.
Other reports today said the Beltway sniper wants money in order to stop the slaughter, but that has not been confirmed. If today's attack is linked to the others, 13 people will have been shot, 11 killed. Stay with CBS 47, continuing coverage of the story. And for online updates, log on to our website, cbs47.com. A political face-off in Orlando tonight, the third and final gubernatorial debate. Governor Jeb Bush and his Democratic challenger, Bill McBride, squaring off on topics like class size and gun control. CBS 47's Lindsay Zarniak has the details now live from our studio. Lindsay.
This is an extremely close race. Tonight, the candidates debated issues from ballistics testing to taxes, and they had the chance to speak out on one topic that has really touched a nerve during these campaigns.
urge Mr. McBride to reconsider his position, because he can't be all things to all people here. He says he's going to vote for it, but then he says, well, we'll worry about how we pay for it later.
Gubernatorial candidates hashed it out during the third and final debate before November's election. The hot topic, an issue affecting our community in a big way. The biggest point on both candidates' platforms, Amendment Number 9, the proposal to reduce class sizes in Florida public schools. Democratic candidate Bill McBride supports this plan.
The governor needs to support a reduction in class sizes, and he needs to do so with as much strength and as much character and integrity as he possibly can. Parents know that class sizes are very important to their own child's well-being, and you should treat other children the same way.
Governor Jeb Bush does not agree.
The problem with this amendment is that it'll diminish teacher quality. We don't have enough qualified teachers to be able to fill all of those spots. We'll have unqualified teachers, teachers out of field teaching our kids. The second problem is it takes away, it's the largest mandate in the state's history.
Voters know this is the issue to make or break this race. At the McBride camp, they listened closely to their candidate speak.
Right now, our schools are overcrowded, our classrooms are overcrowded.
Is obviously the cost. That's what everybody's focusing on. Can we afford it?
McBride supporters say education is the answer to other community problems. For example, getting it right at the polls.
But I think that we've had, 1, 2, 3 strikes. I think by now we should have it right.
I want to note that we did visit the Bush camp tonight during the debate to ask for their opinions, but they asked us to leave. Back to you, John.
Lindsay, thanks a lot. Recent polls are indicating now that Bill McBride is closing the gap as Election Day draws near. So far, Governor Bush leads with 49% of those polled saying they support him. 44% say they support Mr. McBride. It is a family affair when it comes to campaigning for Governor Bush. His father, former President George H. Bush, spoke to veterans today at Alltel Stadium. The elder Bush saying his son has a proven record of leadership here in Florida and has made some very tough decisions. The former commander-in-chief said he knows the agony involved in a close race.
And here we are, just a handful of days, 2 weeks to the day, I guess, from this next election. And okay, I confess I'm nervous. I believe Jeb's going to be reelected your governor, but I believe he's going to get it because he earned it and deserves it and has served the people of Florida with great character.
Mom was also on the campaign trail today. She was stumping for her son down in Fort Lauderdale, talking to a group of women and children at Nova Southeastern University. She shared some family stories while drumming up support for Jeb. Governor Bush says the extra family help is welcome support. Stay with CBS 47, continuing coverage of the upcoming November election. Had another gorgeous day out there today. Let's get a look at what the rest of the week and, dare I say, heading into the weekend might hold in store. Let's go over to Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
John, will continue to see mild temperatures tonight. A few isolated showers are possible later on, but most areas will not see rain. It will be partly to mostly cloudy otherwise with patchy fog as low temperatures drop into the low to mid 60s. And then still not too bad tomorrow. Mix of clouds and sun. Some fog will still be around early in the morning and plenty of cloud cover. We should eventually break out into some of that sun and back up to around 80 degrees with isolated to widely scattered showers and perhaps an afternoon thunderstorm. We continue to see the cold air build over the northern U.S. while it stays warm across the southern U.S. and the first coast included. But that difference in air masses continues to produce disturbances that move from west to east across the area to produce at least chances for showers and thunderstorms on and off. Again, beginning isolated to widely scattered tomorrow, but more likely as we head through the rest of the week. But by the weekend, maybe not so bad. That full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. John?
Mike, thanks a lot. After more than 2 years, the family of a slain Orange Park musician is talking about his murder. 71-year-old James Clark Edwards was found murdered in a remote area of Nassau County. That was back in May of 2000. Police say he was shot once in the head, not far from the Fernandina Beach Golf Club. A Nassau County teenager currently on trial for Edwards' death. Adam Hoover charged with first-degree murder, armed carjacking, and armed robbery. Our Kristen Wilson was in the courtroom today. That's where she spoke with Edwards' widow. She joins us now from Yulee with the latest on that now. Kristen.
Yeah, that's right. Earlier today, the Edwards family was here in this courthouse right behind me. They sat closely together and listened to the testimony. Afterwards, Edwards' wife, Mr. Edwards' wife, Jean Edwards, came up to me because she was ready to speak out about the family's ordeal.
Jean Edwards walks inside the courtroom. Once inside, she listens as the state builds its case,
against this teen, Adam Hoover.
He's right there in the dark blue shirt in the suit there.
Thank you.
Poised and controlled, even while hearing the testimony, Ms. Edwards says she's not angry.
You won't have vengeance, but you'll have justice, hopefully. And that's all we want. That's all we're looking forward to.
Are you angry?
No, I'm not angry. I'm not angry.
Ms. Edwards' husband, 71-year-old James Edwards, was murdered in May of 2000. Then police say the suspects took James's car to the beach and went joyriding. Facts that haven't been easy for the Edwards family to digest.
Certainly it is. It's hard on.
Again, that trial is scheduled to start tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Reporting live from Nassau County, Kristen Wilson, CBS 47 News.
Thanks, Kristen. Some developing word from from downtown tonight. 3 people shot on Albert Street near A. Philip Randolph. It happened a couple of hours ago. One person shot in the neck, another in the leg. The third victim's injuries have not been released as yet. No word exactly on their conditions and no word on any arrests. But we'll continue to follow the story and we'll keep you updated. A man murdered in Riverside, and tonight police are trying to determine exactly what happened. The murder took place last night. 26-year-old Eddie Lidner was found dead in the courtyard of an apartment complex on the corner of Park and Chelsea Streets. Neighbors say they heard several gunshots last night, but at this point in time, police do not have any suspects. This missing dad has been found alive in California. We told you about him last night. Johnny Muncie's family said he disappeared 2 weeks ago after making a big withdrawal from his bank account. Well, tonight, CBS 47 has learned that Muncie was picked up last night by Los Angeles police around midnight. He was walking barefoot along an LA freeway. His car was found in Texas. His family, of course, still has quite a few questions as to why he left town, how he's doing, but they're glad to hear that he is apparently alive and okay. A Texas man taking Chick-fil-A to court. The man, who's Muslim, claims he was fired after refusing to pray to Jesus Christ during a training session in November of 2000. Chick-fil-A has declined any comment. However, a spokesman says the company's well-known religious credo does not infringe upon employees' rights. In world news tonight, an Argentina man survives being trapped in a bank vault for 3 days. The 60-year-old customer went to the bank on Friday to check out his safety deposit box. As he opened the box, he heard the heavy security door closing. Seconds later, the lights went out and he was left in total darkness. The only light for the entire weekend was the display on his cell phone, but he couldn't make or receive a call because he was inside the vault. 63 hours later, the doors opened for business on Monday morning. The man emerged dehydrated but otherwise in good condition. His wife was relieved she had filed a missing persons report. Much more to come tonight. A local charity makes a girl's dream come true. We'll have her story for you at 11:20, and it is Out with the Old, In with the New in Ocean Way. A demolition crew makes way for a brand new school. That's at 11:21. Also ahead, kicked off, the Jaguars make a move in the kicking roster. That's later in sports. And a Jacksonville family beats the odds and wins the Publishers Clearinghouse. Their story, your live Fantasy 5 drawing when CBS 47 News at 11 continues.
We boarded the plane. We sat down.
A fight before the flight.
This gentleman comes up to me and he says, "You're in my seat. Move." I thought he was, kidding. And at that point, he smacked me on top of the head.
A violent case of air rage.
He stood up and had words with me and was in my face laughing.
You put your hands on somebody over a seat in a plane?
Next, Judge Judy.
I mean, is there something chronically wrong with you?
Tomorrow at 5 on CBS 47.
Kids create unique sports. So we created a unique detergent designed to clean tough grass stains. Whisk Sport. Go ahead, get dirty. Kids create unique sports. So we created a unique detergent designed to clean tough grass stains. Whisk Sport. Go ahead, get dirty.
At Nissan, we were the first to bring you the four-door compact truck. Yeah, but what have you done for us lately? Just added an over 6-foot-long bed, Get 0.9% financing and $12.50 cash back on every new 2002 Frontier. The doors are wide open.
Food safety labs are just one of many tools used in the fight to keep Florida's food supply safe from bioterrorists. We've added inspectors, raised safety standards, and increased security. And soon, high-tech mobile X-ray technology will be online.
I'm Charles Bronson, your Commissioner of Agriculture and Consumer Services. We protect consumers, promote agriculture, and fight to keep your food safe from would-be bioterrorists.
Bronson, promoting agriculture, protecting consumers.
Imagine a company that delivers messages, your messages, around the corner, around the continent, around the planet, in the glow of the spotlight, in the blink of an eye. Messages that can be loud or soft, bold or intimate. Clear Channel, radio, TV, live entertainment, outdoor advertising. How many ways has Clear Channel reached you today?
Clear Channel worldwide.
When it comes to delivering messages, we make a big world seem a whole lot smaller.
Hello, Florida. It's your Fantasy 5 game for Tuesday, October 22nd, 2002. I'm Bridget Odgers. Match all 5 numbers and you could win up to $100,000. Now let's play Fantasy 5. First number is 22. The second Fantasy 5 number is 10. Tonight's third number is 31. Your fourth number is 9. And the last Fantasy 5 number is 12. Play the Florida Lottery's newest scratch-off game, Cash Bonanza, with a $250,000 top prize, over $42 million in cash prizes, and 20 chances to win on every ticket. It's more of everything you want in a scratch-off game. Cash Bonanza, new from the Florida Lottery. So tonight's Fantasy 5 numbers are 22, 10, 31, 9, and 12. And remember, Florida, when you play, we all win.
Welcome back to CBS 47 News at 11. Time to talk weather. A few more days like today certainly wouldn't be anything to complain about. Let's go over to Mike Bursch, find out what's in store.
Well, John, I think we're going to eke out another nice day tomorrow, but increasingly wet as we go through the week. But with any luck, we'll be able to get some of that rainfall out of here just in time for the weekend. We'll check that on the 7-day forecast in just a minute. Here's a look at today's numbers. Another day with above-average temperatures. The high 83 after a low of 64, and the normals at 78 and 58. The record's 87 and 39. No precipitation at the International Airport, but there were a few showers scattered about, especially north and west of Jacksonville this afternoon and evening, but for the most part, did not amount to a whole lot. 69 degrees right now, a few degrees warmer at the beach thanks to a northeasterly wind at about 5 miles per hour. The humidity 92%, and the pressure is rising at 30.12. You can see the cloud cover. You can see how all the cloudiness is spreading quite quickly from west to east. So there's a pretty fast flow in the upper levels of the atmosphere moving across the area. And what happens is disturbances move along that flow and produce clusters of showers and thunderstorms. Where you see the bright white clouds, those are those disturbances moving by, producing the showers and storms. There's one cluster headed off the eastern seaboard. And that pattern exists all the way out well to the west, and will be a pattern that looks like we're going to be in for the better part of the next 5 or 6 days. In the meantime, to the north, temperatures are far below average and have been for much of the month. So we're setting up a battleground here. Our temperatures pretty mild, like today at times, even above average, but that much colder air, not all that far away. So we set up a battleground here, especially across the far southern U.S., First Coast included, and we get those disturbances to move by to produce the showers and thunderstorms. And here's what I mean. Shows up very nicely in the national satellite photograph. You can see the clusters of clouds here, one distinct one from Louisiana southward down into the northern Gulf of Mexico, another one from New Mexico southward down into Old Mexico. And those are those disturbances that are moving along the jet stream. In fact, there's 2 branches of the jet stream that are pretty active right now and for the week ahead. One, the polar jet. This starts to become more active this time of year, but is still, even for right now, a little bit far south. Cold air to its north, then milder air. And then we get into the subtropical jet, which is the active one for the First Coast. And we see warm temperatures south of that. But more importantly, those disturbances continue to move from west to east along that jet stream. They move pretty quickly. And they're little bundles of energy, and they quite literally lift the atmosphere as they move by. And when that happens, they produce clouds and those areas of showers and thunderstorms. To add to that mixture, we have a frontal system stalled out across the area, and another one will dive down into that vicinity by late tomorrow, not really move through the area at least not much through the area anyway, and those disturbances will continue to move along the front. So we get some widely scattered showers tomorrow afternoon, then an even better chance tomorrow night and into the day on Thursday. In the cold air, by the way, snow continues to fall. It's still a little bit early, but accumulating snows parts of Iowa, westward into Nebraska, and northern sections of Kansas. In the meantime, for us, we'll continue to see the pretty pleasant temperatures. Tonight, it'll be partly to mostly cloudy. We'll see some areas of fog. We'll only fall a few more degrees thanks to that cloud cover down to a low of about 63. And again, a little bit warmer at the beaches with that easterly breeze. Partly to at times mostly cloudy tomorrow. I think we see a pretty decent amount of cloud cover, and a few widely scattered showers will develop, and perhaps in the afternoon, a thunderstorm. We top out at about 80 degrees, and here's a look at your next 7 days. Then showers and thunderstorms, a better chance later tomorrow night and into the day on Thursday and Friday, with highs in the upper 70s and lows in the mid-60s. And again, if everything works out just right, John, we might time this such that we can get rid of some of that rain just in time for the weekend. Highs in the upper 70s, 60 to 65, and back to some more rain early next week. So let's hope that forecast holds.
I like the way you say that.
We're going to try to time it. Timing is everything.
Timing is everything, Mike. Thanks. Most of us think it'll never happen to us, but one Jacksonville family $10,000 richer after winning the local Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. We were there when the prize patrol rolled up to the Southside house to give Jack Curry his monster-sized check. The only problem, he wasn't there, but after doing a little digging, we did come along and find his wife. Needless to say, she didn't mind leaving work early to accept a $10,000 check.
Always hopeful that people that really need the money win, and truthfully, I'm not the one that fills the stuff out. My husband does that. He fills out everything that comes in the mail. He fills it out and sends it in, so obviously this time he hit the jackpot.
Couple says they'll probably use the cash to take a cruise. The odds of winning the sweepstakes about 1 in 96,000. Dreams do come true. Dreams Come True has done it again. They're making one local girl with a life-threatening disease very, very happy. Thanks to the organization, 17-year-old Amanda Riez will get to meet the creator of The Simpsons. Amanda's been a huge fan of the show since she was just a little girl. Today she detailed all the Simpsons memorabilia she's collected.
All their games, the clothes, the slippers, the figurines, the acting, the dolls, the games. What? The soap, calendars, a light. I got everything.
All she needs is the lunchbox, I think. Amanda and her family will leave Wednesday for L.A. While there, they'll also be a guest of the Jay Leno Show. The last remaining piece of a historic First Coast school was knocked down today. The Ocean Way School opened back in 1938. It was part of the Works Project Administration. That was the program under President FDR's New Deal. The building was torn down because it was in pretty bad condition. A new middle school is going to take its place. That should be complete by 2004. Still to come here on CBS 47 News, want to do a little ghost hunting? We'll take you to a real-life haunted house located right here on the First Coast. And the area's top women's basketball recruit makes a decision. Where will Dorian Williams go? Jordan has the answer next in sports.
Kids create unique sports. So we created a unique detergent designed to clean tough grass stains. Whisk Sport. Go ahead, get dirty. Kids create unique sports. So we created a unique detergent designed to clean tough grass stains. Whisk Sport. Go ahead, get dirty.
Get 0% APR financing for 62 months with 0 down payment and 0 payments for 90 days on all 2003 Pontiacs at your local Pontiac dealer.
This is a different kind of leader. He beat the odds in building a job-creating powerhouse, then set out to help others. He demanded we bring the best into our classrooms to inspire our children. He went against the grain to preserve our lands and our history. A proud son who honored his parents' last wish with unprecedented funding for medical research, dignity through the end of life. Senator Jim King. He has the courage to lead when others won't.
Never throw away anything you can use to express yourself, including your unused minutes. coming from Singular.
Dunkin' Donuts. Just a thing for Halloween.
Pick up a glow-in-the-dark Halloween bucket with 25 or 50 Munchkins donut hole treats. It's just a thing for Halloween.
You're watching CBS 47. It's all here.
A coach can only be so patient.
And Tom Coughlin's not known as a very patient coach, but I think in this case, he's definitely justified in his actions. Hayden Epstein not getting the job done, and it's a position where they certainly can find someone who will get it done. This should come as no surprise. The Jaguars released kicker Hayden Epstein today. They have not announced his replacement yet, but several kickers, including former Cowboys Richie Cunningham and Tim Cedar, are with the team working out today. Despite being fairly effective on kickoffs, Epstein was only 5 for 9 on field goals, including a missed 39-yarder Sunday. His ineffectiveness apparently put Tom Coughlin in a spot where he felt compelled to go on 4th downs instead of trying to put points on the board. Epstein was a 7th-round pick by the team this year. Jaguars currently double-digit favorites in Sunday's home game with the Texans. I expect lots of little subplots to come out Houston before they hit the field in this one. I doubt our old buddy Gary Walker can go a whole week without providing some bulletin board material, because I wouldn't exactly expect them just to lay down for the Jags. They've been fairly competitive in many of their games despite no win since the opener. Rookies David Carr and Jabbar Gaffney have been coming on the last few weeks, and the Jags better really buy into their own talk about not taking the Texans lightly. They want to ensure a desperately needed home win.
We can't, Houston's not going to lay down. They're going to come in here and they're going to be fired up. So we got to go out and play some ball.
We need to win this game. We need to win this game. No one wants to go below 500.
And you see how we started off, and then we were rolling, and then we just, we had 2 losses, but then all it takes is 1 win, then 2 wins, and then it starts all over again.
The luck of the Irish has them undefeated and ranked 3rd in the BCS. The unlucky Seminoles have 2 losses, one in a monsoon and one in the now infamous wide left at Miami. Coach of the Year frontrunner Ty Willingham is not only aware of all that, but the tradition of big games between these 2 teams.
It's quite simple. This football team is, in my estimations, 2 points away from being the #1 team in the country. I know with the athletes that they have, the coaching that they have, and the way they're playing, they concern us in every aspect.
Here from the Knolls tomorrow. Apparently the Tampa Bay Devil Rays were all ready to introduce Lou Piniella as their new manager today when Bud Selig stepped in and called off the press conference. So when you're as far away from the playoffs as Tampa, you forget the rule about no major announcements during the World Series. Speaking of which, 9-4, they are in the middle of the 7th inning. This was supposed to be the low-scoring game, of course, when they moved to San Francisco. But even though the wind's blowing in, Anaheim hitting balls out, scoring runs. Bonds does have a home run, but it is 9-4 in the 7th inning. The PGA of America will announce on Thursday the next Ryder Cup captain. Reports today are it will be Hal Sutton leading the charge in 2004. Sutton went 1-1 as a player this year, but now will follow the widely criticized Curtis Strange in an attempt to reclaim the cup at Oakland Hills in Detroit. Reball basketball star Dorian Williams has dominated the high school scene, won 3 championships. She's favored to get a 4th, but before suiting up, she's got a decision to make as a top recruit. Where do I go? Where do I go? It's down to Miami and Florida State. All right, looks like Miami. Psych. Going to Tallahassee, where she will join the Seminoles lady basketball program.
All my life, I've been wanting to put Florida on the map and let everybody know we had talent here. And it was just going to be one school in Florida, and Florida State just seemed to be the lucky one.
Sometimes that pressure get on you, and you can't concentrate on anything but that recruiting process, and she did get that out of the way, and that was important. So now she can relax and concentrate on the game.
And Dorian will probably add a 4th ring before heading off to Tallahassee, where she'll try and get one for the Knolls.
No, I would imagine that's a pretty good likelihood.
Yes.
All right, Jordan, thanks. We'll take a break. Be right back.
Big spending Bill McBride. Every day he promises more spending. The total so far? $29 billion. How can McBride pay for all this spending? McBride says he'll raise your taxes. Will it be higher sales taxes? Higher property taxes? A new state income tax? Tell the truth, Bill. How can you pay for it? One thing's for sure, $29 billion in new McBride spending.
Our TV, 57-inch widescreen. Looks even better than last week.
Can we take it home this time?
Therein lies the problem, Peter. The minute we take it home, I'm going to see it on sale.
You know, with Circuit City's Price Match Plus, you don't have to worry about that.
Huh.
Don't worry, take it home. Because if you find a lower price within 30 days of purchase, we'll give you back 110% of the price difference. Circuit City, we're with you.
Does this mean my video game system can come home too?
To Nissan, it's a fusion of performance, styling, and innovation. To 50 renowned automotive journalists, however, it's an aphrodisiac. Presenting the Nissan Altima, 2002 North American Car of the Year.
Hectic first couple of days of the week, but today wasn't too bad for you guys over there in the Weather Center.
Yeah, just a lot of warmth, very nice, with temperatures making it up into the low 80s, and more of the same tomorrow, but there will be a few widely scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm. We top out near 80. Better chance of rain tomorrow night, and then on and off into Thursday and Friday, upper 70s. But with any luck, we'll time this one just right, and the weekend doesn't look too bad.
We said the weekend word already.
It's Tuesday.
We do it every week. Can't help it. Finally tonight, a house with a lot of history and a lot of skeletons in its closet. Now some real-life ghost hunters are offering you a tour of this house on Beaver Street, built back in 1839. One of the oldest buildings in Northeast Florida, and some say one of the most haunted. Now you can see for yourself. You can tour this old house on Beaver Street Thursday, Friday, Saturday, starting at 8 o'clock. As you can see there, tickets are $7 a piece. And as you can also see there, organizers say this is kind of a PG-13 event, meaning it is not for the little ones. For directions, you can log on to a quaint little website. They named it toiletwater.com. Don't quite understand the relevance there, but that's basically just the way it goes. Toiletwater.com.
That may give us a hint.
Yeah, and it's easy to remember. All right, that does it for this all-male review tonight. Thanks a lot for joining us. Have a great remainder of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
A hospital is a building, steel, lights, and equipment. But it's not brick and mortar that make a hospital. In the end, there's something more that really matters. A doctor you trust. A nurse you believe in. A hospital with a record of pioneering that has made us a top 100 hospital 4 years in a row. Memorial Hospital, Jacksonville. A tradition of caring. It's not just how we care, it's why.
Has been focused on one thing, fighting for ordinary families against powerful interests.
As a lead attorney in Florida's victory over tobacco companies, Wayne Hogan helped stop tobacco advertising near schools and playgrounds.
Smoking among high school students has dropped 30%, 47% among middle school students. That wouldn't have happened without Wayne Hogan having the courage to take on the big tobacco companies.
If you send me to Congress, I won't represent anybody but you.
From us, for us. Wayne Hogan for Congress.
Freedom should be accessible to everyone. That's why we're giving you 0% financing for 60 months on 2003 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Or choose a $2,500 cash allowance and make no payments for 90 days. All with our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. But hurry, because while freedom will go on, 0% financing won't. Check one out today.
Travel with the Amazing Race to Portugal and a surprise ending, all new CBS Wednesday.
From New York, the greatest city in the world, it's The Late Show with David Letterman. Tonight, CBS Mailbag, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, and comedian Mitch Hedberg. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra. And now, substitute, Dave